The game seems pretty sweet, but makes no sense as a first-time watcher. Alright, so let's break it down a little bit. So it is a non-turn-based game. Instead, it is driven based on your energy bar down at the bottom. So every card has a mana cost similar to every other game that you've played. Let's start up a game and we'll kind of walk through it a little bit for everybody who's here for the first time. Everybody starts with the same amount of energy. I think it's like 3. You start with a hand of 5. You always draw, you have a max hand of 5 at all times. And it's basically a resource management game and how you're going to be positioning your resources based on the consistency that your meter fills up. All of my cards do something. These little lizards here on the left, when they enter the battlefield, they do 3 damage divided randomly. It just kills his guy. Because there's only 3 power on the board, so random is 3 damage to 1 character. This guy actually is like the counter to me. I can't really beat him. He's really good. Each hero, similar to Hearthstone, has like a different ability. It's actually a little bit more unique than that in that each hero actually has 3 different abilities that you could choose from. So it's as if Hearthstone had 3 hero powers you could pick from with each deck, depending on how you decide to build it or design your deck, which is really cool and adds for a lot of unique things that are happening. My hero I just played dealt 1 damage to the enemy in front of it when it enters the battlefield, so he had an X1, so it just dies. It's similar to Hearthstone in that the health bar doesn't reset each turn because there is no turn. So that's always really cool. Unlike Magic, where the defense on a creature will reset at the end of every turn, right? Or at the start, technically. All the cards have the same attack speed. Yes, unless there is a couple of different abilities that are different. So there is a rush, which means when it enters the battlefield, it starts almost fully charged and almost ready to strike. And there's also a haste ability that like makes it move twice as fast. But those are special abilities attached to the cards. Whereas my creatures are doing this thing where my characters are doing this thing where when they enter the battlefield, they do something, right? In the same way, there are other heroes that can pump their stuff, give them bubbles or whatever. If you're familiar with it in terms of Hearthstone cards, that would be the closest equivalent. Would be a shield. So his hero power just snap kills anything 5 mana or less. My hero power deals 7 damage, but his hero is a very good counter in that he has a ton of destroy cards, so it doesn't matter like what I'm playing, he can just destroy it. And I really need like that dragon is the best card in my deck to actually strike. He also has a ton of life gain, which negates all of my burn and stuff. This is definitely my hardest matchup.
Your struggles are futile. Can't afford to doubt myself.
It looks really good. It's a reasonably new game, and it is actually fun. text messages, but this phone I've never used before. It's like a brand new line. So those text messages are not for me. I had someone message me like, hey, where have you been? I'm like, you have the wrong number. Like, no, I don't. I'm like, I just got this number. It's a new number. You have the wrong number. They're like, what do you think? I'm stupid? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you dodging me? And I sent them a picture. I wrote on a piece of paper. I was like, you are stupid. And I like held it up and like smiled real big and took a picture with it and sent it to them. And they were just like, oh, and then just didn't say anything else. But now you guys get the kind of idea where you're just like eking out this like tiny edge on the cards. There are pump abilities and destroy abilities, so sometimes you can interact like instants like in Magic where you're trying to 2-for-1 your opponents, which is really cool. He's just trying, so this card will actually just kill him. So when this top card dies, it deals 1 damage to all characters and all heroes. So he has to gain life right now or die regardless, because he has to either take the damage from that minion or kill it, and then that'll kill him. So, oh, actually this is just lethal too. That's 2 damage to his face, and it charges 2. What that is my little hero number on the bottom left. The AP number, 4 out of 18. That's my hero power. So unlike Hearthstone where it's 2 mana and you can use it every turn, each hero power has an AP number associated with it. So some of he has 3 hero powers. Some of them are worth more than other, like they cost more depending. This one that I'm using happens to cost 18. So the way you receive the AP points is by playing cards that are 18 AP total mana costs. Is it called AP? I honestly don't know. I'm not sure. Mana, energy, AP, whatever. Action points? Maybe is that what it stands for? And it costs 18 action points to charge your thing. That's why it's called AP, maybe? Not hip on the lingo. You're off to play a Magic draft. Have a good night. I won't be playing any Magic today. I'll be playing, actually, we'll be doing a Hearthstone drinking game later.
Our fists will do the talking.
So that character is just really fucking good. So it's got charge and haste and all sorts of nonsense. Whew, that was close. That thing, so the guy he just played deals double damage when it attacks. So it's gonna hit me for 2, but when I hit it, it hits back for 1. So there we go. That's pretty good. So he just played a shield. So the shield absorbs any amount of damage, no matter how much is taken. So he's playing 2 shields. So really, in order to crack shields, I want cards like this, the bottom one. The little like Red Riding Hood chick, because when she enters the battlefield, she just deals 1 damage to whatever's in front of her, which will crack a shield. This guy's got double shield now. It's a little poopy, but... He's giving this guy quick attack? Okay. So he's using his hero power on it. So I think I could just blow it up now. So he used shield, and we used our creature to basically eat all of the shields. And then blow it up with our hero power once we got there, which is actually really good value for me because he used a bunch of spells to pump up his creature, and then so you're basically getting a more than a 1-for-1 there. So he's giving his guy 3 attack. So his guy is going to be a 4 something. 4/2. Our guy's going to hit, deal 2 damage. If he doesn't play a creature, we can kill it with our serpent. He did. Feels bad. Oh, got lucky. It deals 3 damage spread out, and it dealt 2 and 1 instead of 1 and 2 or 3 and 0 or something. Seems lucky. So this guy's running a ton of green cards, which actually hurts him in some ways. It means that you can use cards from 2 different colors, but it halves your AP bar, meaning you can't play anything that costs more than 5. And just like in Magic, the more something costs, typically the stronger it is, but you obviously don't want too much of that stuff, otherwise you die to like tempo, and you just are too slow. He just pumped up his guy, and then I just blew it up with my hero power. This guy's getting rolled. Wasn't even close. I don't know why he's splashing green for really bad, mediocre green cards, but... Come at me. I don't know, I didn't pay attention to the guy's name. I'm not sure if this is gonna be a mirror match or not.
Can't afford to doubt myself.
So he's pumping up his hero power, or he's pumping up the minion's attack. I think I might have just used the wrong ability. Did I do 12 damage to everything instead of 5? I think I might have. So, again, this guy on the bottom here that he just played, when he attacks for double. So, having him hit you kinda sucks. Not a big fan of it. And now we just, like, 5-for-1 him, kind of. I mean, yeah, he hasn't hit my guy yet, so he's getting real greedy on his pump spells. Which is actually why the main reason I transitioned out of pump spells and into the damage removal. Just because I think it's just infinitely better. Unless you can pair it with the green spells where you can shield, which I think might have been what our last opponent was trying to do. We got a little lucky there again. We hit that 2-for-1 split. Seems tough to learn this game since it's on an active timer. So the abilities are a little tough to learn, and you'll your creatures will die and you don't exactly know why, or you'll take damage and you don't, you could have swore you blocked it. Stuff like that will happen, but it doesn't take too long. It did take me a second, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it comes pretty quick. You're definitely more lost. There isn't a good like intro to like learning all of the abilities and the mechanics. It doesn't really start you off on like baby mode. But if you're a card game player, if you play Magic, if you play Hearthstone, if you play anything like that, it's not hard to pick up once you start trying to figure out what is happening, right? So quick attack, that's fine. We're gonna play this 3-drop that'll just kill it instantly. We have a full board. Now his character does have a lot of flyers, and flyers can fly over the top and kill me. I'm at 10, my life total's not great, so that is something to consider, but I'm at 17 out of 18 AP, which means I can probably just deal with it. He is pumping it up a bunch, and he made it flying. He's an 8-4. He could potentially kill me. Ooh, he gave it shield, huh?
Can't afford to doubt myself.
So we went to kill it, and he shielded it. But now, so we should make sure we kill it first. Oh no! We missed it by a split second. So it was about ready to attack. Didn't help. And then he used all of his pumps and abilities and had the shield for our removal spell. I had my hero power to be able to nuke it, but I wasn't quick enough. He waited until the perfect time to activate the abilities, so that way I wouldn't have time to respond with my hero power. So that was pretty clutch. From my experience, if you know how to play Magic, you know how to play any card game. It definitely helps. Yeah, Magic, the stack is very complicated. The stack is used here in this game as well. So if you're familiar with it there, you can kind of figure it out. As you just saw, we actually layered the stack. Similarly, he pumped it to where it was going to kill me. And I'm like, all right, kill it in response. And he's like, all right, shield it in response. And then the shield results first before, and then the stack unravels just the same as it would in a Magic game. Pretty interesting for sure. Oh, that's really lucky for us because he is our worst matchup. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Defeat one who will never stop.
Dargan! A 3/6 is so stinking good, it's insane. It's not even fair. You love Capcom games and you love TCGs? I do have some info down below. If you click the Teppen team member badge on the bottom of the screen there, it will bring you to a page that will give you some info on the game. This guy's deck is better than mine. He got a really quick start. We could have put that there in the bird, in front of the bird, but then we take the 5 damage a little longer. He's at 13. He's taken a lot of damage and hits to himself. And I've got 3 damage in the hole here. Jeez. He's gonna go to 7. I don't think we can kill him in time though. This is a very, very aggressive deck. Jeez. Oh, I ended up taking the damage anyway. It feels bad. So he's going down to 4. So if we draw a removal spell, like, we might be able to get there, but it's just probably not happening. Oh, come on. This'll kill the bird. +7 life? No, if I could kill... If I had 1 more mana, if I had a third of a mana, I could stop him from gaining a life. I could blow it up in response, and then he doesn't gain. Feels bad.
I can't afford to doubt myself.
If he has another sack ability to eat that bird and gain 7, like, the game is just over. I'm really close to my AP hero power, so I just need to play something. Kind of anything. He just used his AP. I'm pretty far away from being able to stop him, so we're gonna kill this 3/3. This is a tight game. I don't know if I can take that much damage. Oh, I could have probably waited for the 7. All right, he has to deal with our creature now first. Crap. Oh crap, I'm looking for that burn spell. We got a couple of them in the deck, guys. We're praying. If he has a sack ability, we die. We almost have enough AP again, though, which is clutch. This game is insane. Also, if we ever get to 8 mana, we can just kill him with Dragon, because the Dragon has Rush.
It's time.
He's gonna kill himself. I think he did it on accident. Like, either that or the only cards in his hand dealt damage to himself. So he was just probably just out of it, which, based on how many cards he played in the beginning that dealt damage to himself, I feel like that was actually pretty likely. His deck is meant to be super aggressive and just, like, take a bunch of damage, get himself to 10, and just overwhelm his opponent. And it was really close. That was a really good game. Holy smokes.